inside the machine, and the milk come out. So we get the milk here. Coconut milk, coconut juice.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me today.
Coconut milk we put inside the pot. Keep cooking until they rise.
Today we are on a tour of the Mekong Delta, going around different villages situated on the Mekong River. And here you can see a factory where they're making candy from coconut milk.
We use the knife to cut.
And here you can see locals who work in the factory. They are cutting up the candy into the correct shape. It's wrapped in rice paper and it's all handmade.
The rice paper and the paper wrapped together.
They also make their own wine, and as you can see in this jar there are snakes in there, the snake wine, there's scorpions in there, and some of this wine is 5 to 10 years old. And here is the final product, the candy ready to be sold. There's different flavors: coconut, peanut, durian, and there's 3 tasters there, as you can see. Next we went to a small restaurant on a nearby island where they made honey tea, and we got to see the bees that make the honey for the tea. So that was interesting. We did get quite close, and I was a bit worried that I might have got stung. The restaurant, it's all open plan, and there's some interesting trees and ornamentation. I'm not sure if that's a word or not, but you can see the wooden carvings here, and the patterns in the tiles on the floor and all the wooden furniture. It's really interesting. He was our guide for the day, and he's a really friendly guy and helpful, very knowledgeable, and he speaks good English as well. And those are the bees there where they make the honey, which they make the honey tea from. And I didn't want to get too close. I didn't want to upset them and get stung. These ladies, they were entertaining us as we were drinking our tea. The guide tells me that this is traditional Vietnamese singing, the traditional village songs, which is dying out. He says they only practice them now in the small villages out in places like the Mekong River and the more rural areas. Let's hope these ladies can keep the tradition going, because they're quite good, really. In fact, I quite enjoyed it. They're very good singers. And this is a small resort homestay where the local people, they come of a weekend to relax and chill out and just have a small weekend breakaway. There are little cottages here where I think they can rent, little seated areas. There's a restaurant, and they have a small sort of farm as well. You'll see that as we go around. There's the restaurant you can see just over the back there, and just as we walk around, this is where they have some sort of like farmyard animals. I think they keep, there's chickens, and in the pen there's rabbits, and there's some sizable fish in the pool. A couple of old bikes there, and we did, as part of the tour, they did give us a bike, and we cycled around the village on a small road. It's a very small road, and you'll see that later, and that was very enjoyable. I hadn't ridden a cycle for a long time, and I must admit I did struggle at first, but I tend to blame the bike, not myself. But I was struggling at first. It was embarrassing, really. There are lots of trees here, lots of palm trees, which has a double effect really. It gives good shade from the sun. It's really hot. It might not look it, but it's around 36, 37 degrees. It's really hot, so it gives these trees gives good shade, and also it gives it the palm trees. They give it a jungle feeling, so it makes you feel like you're somewhere in the jungle. I think these cottages here, they are for hire, so the villagers or anyone really, they can hire them out of a weekend or of a daytime, and they have somewhere to stay, somewhere to put your clothes, somewhere to shelter from the sun, have a snooze, or just chill and relax. There's lights around the features and the open air shacks, so I would imagine it looks pretty when they're all lit up of a night time. It looks like they're doing some renovation work here with some digging going on. They've cut a few trees down. Looks like they have made a little pool there. There's some sort of irrigation going on, and you can see more palm trees giving it that jungle-like effect, and of course providing some cool shade. And there's a canoe there if anybody fancies doing a bit of canoeing. And here we have more thatched roof cottages. There's a nice little chair here with a wooden umbrella giving some cool shade. And as you can see, it is a big complex, so there's space for lots of people without it feeling too packed and crowded. This is the part where we're on the cycle ride now, just cycling around the outside of the village. And these are local farmers here. They're planting vegetables more than likely. And on the other side of them, where you saw at the beginning that river, that is part of the there it is, that's part of the Mekong River. I saw this abandoned house and stopped just to take a quick video of it. Obviously no one's lived there for a long time. It's a shame really. Nice big house. You can see the road there, which it serves all the village. It goes right round the outside of this. It's quite a big village actually. The road's quite narrow, but I've not seen any cars. It's usually motorcycles that drive around it, or other people on cycles like myself. There's one of the villagers here picking some vegetables. This is the last part of our Mekong Delta tour, and we visit this, I think it's a Hindu monastery, and there is a lady Buddha there which indicates that it is an Indian Buddha, Hindu. There you can see a Buddha there just outside. There's a large pool in front of him. We've really enjoyed our day tour of the Mekong Delta. It's relatively inexpensive. I think it was £22 per person. You get picked up at your hotel roughly about 8:30 in the morning. It's about a 2-hour drive from Ho Chi Minh City to the Mekong Delta. You have all day there, and then you drive back of a night time. You get back around 5:30. So if I highly recommend it, and I really enjoyed our day out. The Vietnamese people have been very friendly towards us. They're very welcoming, and we had a fantastic guide who could speak good English, and he was really knowledgeable. There's lots of history and culture in this monastery, and you can see lots of statues and photos of the past leaders and rulers of Vietnam. And I believe there is a ceremony going on today, and there you can just see the monks there. They're going out into the courtyard. Thanks for watching until the end. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Watch out for my other videos, check them out. There's some others from when I was in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, and some ones in Thailand as well, and Cambodia if you go back to my ones from earlier of this year. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.